16 through 20.
Oh, okay.
You'll notice I put those green in for y'all, so that you got 0, that means you didn't put an
Are you doing your drum? Okay. You almost done with your drum?
Oh, 7. Yeah, 16.
So we gonna finish moving all of us?
Yes.
How much
We
longer?
don't have it about 2 minutes.
That's a good one. Hey, you know what? I watched it.
You ever seen it?
I mean, we all.
See, that's what I'm thinking. Then when I started teaching this, and how teams work together and
Alright. I want everybody to pull out this little sheet that's already on your desk because I just handed it out to you. You want to read first? All right, we're gonna read over this as a class and talk about the difference between short and long-term goals. All right. Don't you want to start? You can start all the way up at the top. Just that little
you gotta look, it's kind of funky the way they print it.
It's split up between left and right, so don't read left and right. Read like the little small pillars. Yeah.
Okay, I got you. Some jobs don't really pay your bills, but they are the first step on a career path. Other jobs are much more challenging. They offer lots of opportunities to learn and save up in the world.
Continue with Shane right below it.
Popcorn.
Gotta know 'em.
You ready? All right, I'm gonna get Adam to read about Shane here. You can go next, though.
Shane has a job that he enjoys. Most of the time, he's a cab driver. He knows his job will never change much, no matter how many years he does it. In 10 years, he'll still be driving people home from the bus station and taking tourists to restaurants. He'll still be driving senior citizens to the market, but he doesn't mind. He likes driving and meeting people. Shane's goal is simply to make a living. It isn't easy to learn new things or develop new skills. He earns a salary and tips, but he won't be able to advance. He isn't moving towards a higher paid position that has more interesting responsibilities.
Right. Let's take a break from that story real quick. Right off the bat, what do you guys? What's other than the obvious? What's the difference between short-term and long-term goals?
Short-term is like next year. Long-term is
I want to get a part of it.
my short-term goal. Short-term goal is
All right. So Donovan says that long-term goals are more like career goals, right? So when I ask you guys like, what do you want to do for the rest of your life? What's your your goal to do for the rest of your life? That's a long-term goal, correct?
Yeah.
Right. Is there like a limit on long-term goals, or is there? What about short-term goals? Can a short-term goal also be kind of long? You can say, hey, my short-term goal, like 4 years ago, my long-term goal was to be, right? But right now, I'm nearing the end of that, so it's kind of like my short-term goal now, almost. It kind of turns into a short-term goal the longer you go at it.
your desk teacher.
Yeah.
You better go there and push it down your old age.
Okay. So what does Shane do? He drives cabs, right?
5-star cab, not a city cab.
5-star cabs. Best cabs in New York City. So what's his goal here? So it says make a living, right? And I had this conversation with last class. What does make a living mean?
Yes, enough to pay your bills and buy you food.
Pay bills, buy food. Did you say no? Just like surviving? Someone say survive? They survive?
I mean, pay your bills and eat pretty much survive.
Yeah, right. So would you guys consider that a short term or a long term goal? Why would you say long term? Well, he didn't make. Well, think about this. He didn't make the goal that I'm going to live until I'm 70. You know what I mean? He just says I'm going to make a living. He takes that day by day, doesn't he? All right. So that's going to be a short term. That's going to be a short term goal.
He goes a day, you don't pick up nobody. He was making that day. He's just putting gas in his car.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. So his only goal is to just make a living. So that's going to be a short term goal, right? All right. Noah, you want to read the next one?
Yeah.
Straight down from it.
Long-term goal is to be able to work with the recognized that it will take a lot of time to achieve her goal, but she is thoroughly committed to her education and experience from now. She knows that the teachers and family she needs other people to help her achieve. So please carry her is an important step toward her long-term goal. She looks forward to working with her.
All right. So how many goals does Aaron have in this paragraph? More like 2, right? So what are those 2 goals?
Kindergarten teacher.
So she wants to be a kindergarten teacher first, and then what's after that? She wants to teach people how to teach, right? She wants to teach people the best way to work with kids. Huh? That's crazy because they said last time too. I have a professor that teaches me how to teach. I'm taking that class right now.
I'm learning how to teach right now. You just stand up there and talk a whole bunch of jokes with your kids. Weird kids talking jokes.
When Miss Linda comes in here,
I know she don't.
there's a lot more than she looks at. You have no idea
That
about
kind
it.
of applies more.
That's an act when you would have been a real good teacher back then.
If you're a coach, it applies more. Coaches that teach you
Stand there and shoot the next word.
not you. I'm talking about like.
Alright, hold on. Right now. Alright, so it says her long-term goal is to be a kindergarten teacher. Would you guys consider that a long-term goal? I would consider that a long-term goal, right? But she also has a long-term goal of working, like being a teacher, like teaching people how to teach. Yeah, but can you have 2 long-term goals at the same time?
Yeah.
Yeah, right? Because what does the first goal do for the second goal? It sets you on a path. It's a stepping stone, right? Yeah, so it's a stepping stone to get there. All right, who wants to read the last one? PJ. Sam?
And as a child, PJ was fascinated by the restaurant business. Whenever he got a chance, he learned to taste different dishes and see what was going on in the kitchen. When he graduated from high school, a short story released to turn into challenges that he had was confidant. So he got his job as a waiter in a super amazing Paris restaurant. After 6 months, he became a waiter in a nice restaurant. Malcolm started to return to his community college. Malcolm's long-term goal is to become a master chef. A master chef creates recipes and supervisors everything that has to do with cooking into something that he or she has strong skills in food, manipulation, and management. PJ is enjoying the whole restaurant thing, so now he watches, listens, and learns what he learns.
All right.
Oh yeah.
So what is PJ's long-term goal?
Yeah. Big boy.
What did it say though?
And a gourmet.
To become a master.
Master chef. Yeah, that's the word I was looking for. Master, right? So how's he gonna do that?
He's gonna go to night school. I mean, not
Community
other
college.
ones.
Going to community college, right?
Night school was the other one.
So would that be a long-term or short-term goal? Say this. If he said here, no. If he said that his goal was just to go to night college, or go to community college for 2 years. Would that be a short-term or long-term goal? Short-term, because what's his ultimate goal, Corbin? To be master chef, right? So that's you? Oh, I forgot you wanted to be a chef. Yeah, so his goal of attending community college to become a master chef, that's his short term, but him becoming a master chef is his long term. That's his ultimate goal, right? So it's important that you understand that those short term goals that you guys set are stepping stones to get to those long term goals. And if those short term goals don't correlate with the long term goals, then they're going to set you off on a different path, and you might not reach that long term goal.
Hey, well, mine's great.
Huh?
Sounds good.
That's a good goal. So I'm about to go over smart. Have you guys ever heard of SMART goals? You got goals? All right. Well, keep it to yourself. I'm gonna have you guys write your own goals.
Oh, man.
All right.
That's a lot, man.
All right. So SMART goals is an acronym.
Short-term goals can take the place of long-term goals. Oh, I'm reading number 1.
No, we're gonna go to you can do that afterwards.
Oh, all right.
Yeah.
Smart goals.
I gotta leave that.
All right. So the S is
I'm leaving.
Smile.
Seminal.
Seminal.
So when you guys create your goals, you guys kind of use this acronym as a way to like measure how good your goal is. And I use this to what the season's gonna be like the pitchers put that that was the goal was. Yeah. The hitter said they wanted to score 7 or more runs each game.
Hello, if you don't
Because
get
if both of us a lot of games.
Does everybody not hit or something when you get that?
All the hitters. All.
So what is that, like 49?
The pitching staff is like 16 hitters.
There's something on the school.
18.
So you don't hit?
Oh.
You don't hit the ball? You never hit the ball. You don't
No.
get
Back in high school, I did.
For the pitchers,
I got recruited as a pitcher.
Designated hitter.
You charge the heck out of no.
There's some
You don't have-
people that think like you can pitch. and-
Alright. You guys don't.
I know baseball.
Yeah, like you're a pitcher,
I know
you're a
baseball.
pitcher.
No designated hitter, the pitcher and coach. So once you high school and play in college and MLB, you don't get a change.
So the hitters, so the hitters ain't gotta be in the
Pitch
field.
the pitch like
Huh?
crazy.
The hitters don't gotta be in the
They
field.
just let you in.
No, the hitters are.
Oh,
Pitcher.
so the hitters play the field and the pitcher just pitches.
Alright, we're getting sidetracked.
No,
We gotta
watch
talk
a game of
about that
baseball.
one.
Watch baseball.
We'll come back to it if we need to. So what is the specific goal?
You already know exactly what it is.
something.
You know exactly what it is, right? The definition that a lot of websites give when you're looking at SMART goals is unambiguous. Right? What was an ambiguous goal?
No clue.
You don't know?
I've never heard that word.
It's called what?
Ambivalence.
No, not ambiguous.
Ambiguous.
Ambiguous. It means not. It means not clear. What would be a goal that is not clear? I'll give you. There's one in that article.
Get
This
the
is the
house.
first one.
Because you don't know what type of house you get exactly.
If you make income to get that.
Get a car.
All right. We're gonna look at Shane real quick. What's his goal?
Taxi driver. Make
Make
a
a
living.
living. He
Make
don't
a
know
living.
exactly what to do.
Is that clear?
Yeah.
Because people have different definitions.
Exactly. I got my kids in college.
So Shane I mean,
Buy
So-
a tenant all the time.
so when you write your goal, you write your goal, you want to be specific. How can Shane make his goal more specific?
Make a certain amount a year.
Alright, so instead of saying, oh, my goal is to make a living, say, my goal is to pay my rent on time and keep myself sustained. That will be very specific. You can't interpret it. When you guys come up with your goals, you guys make sure that they're specific and they're not ambiguous. Like whoever is reading it can understand it. Alright, so the next one is gonna be measurable.
I think that's miserable.
Alright, so what would be the goal that is measurable?
Well, it's realistic.
Ruben, what do you got?
Well, that's probably what ours.
If something is measurable, what can you do to it?
Measure.
Hmm?
You get a ruler. How long?
How long it would take? Yes, but you can, I see where you're getting at. You can measure it, right? If something's measurable, it can be looked at and measured, and it can be tracked.
How is possible?
Or if we gave up 6 runs, we can look at the number and say we did not meet our goal. Like that, we failed. Like we lost because we did not meet this goal because we were measuring that goal. So basically, if you can attribute your goal to like a number and track it with a number, then it's measurable. But there are certain exceptions as well. That's why you have to change it. You can take any goal you want and change it to be a measurable goal. We can try that. No? I'll be midweek started.
So, you have 3 example of this one?
Yeah, but I'm not student teaching it. I'll be student teaching in the fall. Next fall.
Did it make you worse after the practice hadn't finished?
No, not really. I still want to practice after I was done teaching. I apologize. I had my eggs in yesterday. All right. The A in SMART is going to be attainable. What is attainable? You can get it, right? It's possible.
See, we got measurable.
I can walk to that door.
So, like, what would be an example? I gave an example last class of an attainable goal. Like again, I used baseball. Like we created like team goals, and one of our team goals was to, I think it was like steal like 100 bases or something. And we weren't the fastest team ever, so we didn't really see how we were going to be able to do that. I know you guys you might not be familiar with baseball. That's a lot of steals though.
Yes.
That's a lot of bags getting swiped, right? Huh? We're pretty good. We're very good this year. You don't have to believe me. I'm just telling. Yeah, so we didn't think that was attainable, and it wasn't. But right off the bat, it has to be within reach, right? You have to say, and you don't want it to be easy. That's the thing. You want it to be challenging. You want to challenge yourself with your goals, but you want it to be reachable somehow. So. And then the next one's going to be realistic. All right, what's the difference between attainable and realistic? They seem pretty similar.
You can't say I want to be a millionaire and then not try. Unrealistic.
That's good. That's really good. That's perfect. So the way it's described is that attainable is whether or not you can possibly do it, and realistic is whether or not it serves a purpose in your life, right? So when we look at our fictional chef PJ here, what was PJ's 2 goals? Was to go to community college, and then what? Become a master chef, right? So going to community college was realistic, was it not? Because it served a purpose in his other long-term goal. So when you guys set up, and you're going to have multiple goals, because people have multiple goals. You're going to have a long-term goal and short-term goals to get there. You want it to be realistic. And then the very last one,
Technique.
Time limit. So what do you guys know time limit is?
The amount of time it's gonna take for you to get.
The amount of time it's gonna take for you to get, well, the amount of time you want it. For you to, like, you want yourself to get it in that amount of time. So if you say, I'm gonna do this in a timely manner, right? So when you guys write out your goals, I want you to put, I will achieve this in this amount of time. But you want literally write out, in 3 months, I will have done this. And then make it specific, so you wanna make it specific, make sure it's measurable, if it's not measurable, you're gonna have to tweak it a little bit. Attainable, realistic, and then write the amount of time you wanna achieve that goal in. So what I want you guys to do is get out a sheet of notebook paper.
I understand what's my goal. We're writing goals.
I'm not having to take four, look over there in that black.
What's this goal?
No, all the time. If you're not a.
And then when you got, I just have my goals.
Who needs to say no, but then.
I got you.
Raise your hand if you want.
I had a student many years ago, and his long-term goal was to own his own workshop by the age of 30. So that would be like mortuary funeral home. That's the business they went into. So that would be his long-term goal. And he put a limit, a time limit.
You gotta buy it.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah, they're dying to pay.
If you're an undertaker, right? You got bears, you got people are literally dying to pay. You were saying something.
That makes sense. Alright, quiet down. Alright. Alright, when you guys are thinking about your goals, I want you guys to think about next semester. So how many of you guys are graduating this semester? Anybody?
Not next semester.
This semester. Next semester, right? So I want you, Nakai, when are you graduating? Okay. I knew that was. I want you guys to think about next semester and anything you can like improve on. I want you guys to create a SMART goal for your next semester of school year. Alright?
I can't do that.
Why not? Why is that ridiculous?
I'm here about next semester.
Oh, why not? I gotta pass. You said you got done?
I do, that's what I'm here.
Yeah.
This is the very.
I got mad. I'm like, I'm mad. Hey, watch all of this.
Fingers crossed.
When you guys are writing, I want you guys to make sure that you've mentioned or at least have everything on that board in your goal. It can be something outside of school, it can be something in school. If you have a goal that relates to your line of work, then do that. I think that'd be good.
I already did the half.
But make sure it's something that you actually want to achieve, right? I don't want you guys to just write a goal to write a goal. So I want you guys to think hard about it and make sure that it's measurable. If it's not measurable, then you can't see your progress towards it.
Think about this too. If you write down like some people did last year, to be financially stable, what does that mean?
It's ambiguous.
That's ambiguous.
It's ambiguous and it's not measurable.
Have more than $3 I make.
So instead of saying I want to be financially stable, say I want to have blank amount of money in my bank account, or I want to. Yeah, exactly.
For next semester, I want at least all these.
Guess what? If you say that you want a blank amount of money, is that measurable? Can you look at your bank account and see the numbers going up? Measurable, right? You can measure the amount of money you have in your bank account. And if it doesn't seem measurable with like numbers or amounts, try to like think outside the box of different ways you can measure it and write it down. Write down how you're gonna measure your goal.
Next semester, I want to be.
X amount of times.
Or you can say that you want to beat me, but you still have yet to do that.
What are you getting? Piece of paper? You got a goal you want to write down?
But that's also if you're using your main, so.
Yeah, I want your goal to include all of those. I want it to be specific. I want your goals to be specific, measurable, attainable, realistic, and timely. So you can say X amount of time.
I nearly three stocked you with Toon Link. Toon Link. Not even like Young Link. It was heavier than Toon Link. Toon Link is very light. It's not that hard to kill Toon Link. I just could. It's like, oh, you think you can win? It's just, oh, you think you can win and grab no.
One of your goals is to get your barber license. How long is that going to take you to get? How long do you want it to take you? Like, best case scenario.
It's not gonna take
You get me down to one stock, I'm just like, hey, you
How can you measure getting your barber's license? Is there a way to track it? Is there like steps in like the class? So that's one way you can measure it, right? So. Yeah, one second. So, I'll write down.
you're in the back of the case. There was one time I actually hit somebody so hard that they went through a wall. Like, you know that map where it's like, after it changes, it has like a bunch of randomly placed walls? I hit someone with my ultimate, but because their damage is so high, they just went straight through the wall. So I quite literally sent them to the back. It's just not being
Can you think of a way you can like measure it?
You know, constantly the way you hit them through the walls of the ceiling to kill them. I kept using my little bomb on an NPC, and I got the NPC at 999. And then
You don't even have to erase anything. And I write like, I will measure this bomb.
and then and this was like before DLCs came out.
Yeah, just hold on for a second. I'll grab it a little bit.
This is after it was like the day COD came out. Because the map was still glitched out a little bit. I hit them with the board smash, and they went through the wall, bounced off the barrier, like the barrier that you're supposed to hit to die. They bounced off the barrier, came back, and they just couldn't come back and save his head. The entire map was glitched out, so it took them like 30 seconds.
See?
I wish I saved that, but I didn't. It was just a ridiculous glitch. Because I couldn't come back, because the wall wouldn't break. It was like trying to break bedrock, and it's not doing anything.
Mr. Bernard, I don't
I'm moving down here because I am bored.
Then I hate having Band-Aid off like that.
I do, I taste the matter. You see that right now.
I get my fingertips. You know, slime blade. That's all I do.
I like how a lot of it is socket. I just don't know.
God, even when you suck it, you feel it. I got an OBS.
Think about going with that.
I didn't say how to use that, I said that's what I have. I know what you're talking about, I don't have a vehicle, is my point. I'm trying to rule it in. I would love to, you got a license for me? I got my permit, I have to wait till later.
Oh, yeah, you're from Minnesota.
I'm from Connecticut. I'm a Canadian. I'm a Canadian. I'm a Canadian. No, Canadian. From Connecticut. It's a Canadian. No, I'm Canadian from
Oh.
You gotta go.
Yeah.
What is it? It's on your road?
Me too.
Well, I said about May.
I'm giving myself a little bit longer.
Graduate.
Graduation next semester.
You know how you should make it more specific. Write the grades that you want to get.
Well,
Right?
what do you want?
You want to graduate, but you also want to make it graduate.
You want this?
I was making great.
There we go. Well, then that's already a goal.
Clear this one.
Oh, see.
So usually, I knew the exams would take me out, so I was like, my focus right now.
I got like the ended up with
Me and Dalton top five.
I'm on it. So I had an A, so I was exempt from the
Me and Dalton like top 2 or 3.
I got like an 8.
In this class.
I did no homework and no tests for the entire semester.
I go towards my turn to
Me and Dalton like top 2 or 3.
It's very realistic.
Okay, then bring it on.
It's kind of top.
Yeah, traffic.
Guess what? You read mine?
I'm not gonna get out of here alive.
Your goal. They gonna steal my goal. They can't steal my goal. It is very hard.
Are y'all finished with your
I'm
guys?
done.
Adam wants you to read it.
My wife, one day at a time.
There's not read mine.
As long as I don't ever spend more money than I make, I'll be alright.
I don't have money.
What do you think?
It's gonna be my dad.
I don't think I was from here. One day, I have a week. How much do I make?
I don't think it's
What do you think of
I don't know.
See, I'm not putting them on
And then
the
do
stop.
but I work a lot of overtime.
Oh, Junior,
How much money do you want to save? This is one thing about this.
But I don't work.
That's not right. Because like, my
no, I think you have to do monthly.
usually incomes like those.
Yeah.
So you take one for $50 a week or a month. I meant.
Yeah, so write that down.
I'm
Right
like,
there.
Unnecessary,
I'm on.
Okay.
How you spell that? Okay, so it's 450 times.
Yeah, I know.
Not do that.
Right.
I got the math. That's not bad.
about the same as mine. I read it on my phone.
I bring home like $5 a year.
I work
Pull out of the couch.
I work 7 months, 7 miles.
I'm rich, man. $5 a year.
Depending on what job somebody's doing.
I'll make 6
Oh, 100% attainable and realistic. And in timely, what, 2 years? 1 year, 2 years? Somewhere in there? Hmm? Yeah. Yeah, it's good.
I had that brand new career.
Alright, who would want to share one of their goals with the class? No. We're going to share our goals.
Next semester,
We're sharing.
all B's.
Oh, you want to go first? Okay. Say it again. Say it out loud.
Next semester,
You want to have all B's. So what does all B's get you? It gets you graduated, right? So how are you going to get graduated? You're going to get all B's. There you go. That's one way to measure it, right? Yeah. All right. Who else? Donovan, you want to go?
Oh yeah. I want to graduate by May.
You want to graduate by May.
Yep.
So that's you made it timely, right? Means you put the amount of time you want to graduate in. What else you put?
I don't want to
And you don't want it. That's not a goal. That's just something you don't want.
Because
Get
to
good
attain
grades.
that goal, what do you have to do?
have all B's.
Have
You
all
gotta get your grades.
I thought it was all
So all right. So your long-term goal is to graduate. Your short-term goal is to not take any exams by getting your grades. There you go. All right, Adam, what do you have?
Oh, that's not long.
You good?
I wanted to get my business license to become a part-time welder outside of my job. And then my job as of now is a medical part-time, like, and I had a plan to have this for about 2 years.
2 years?
I'll be a full-time welder.
No, that's good. That's good. So it's specific. How are you gonna measure it?
Huh?
How are you gonna measure that? Is there any way to? What's one way of making sure that you can see progress in?
Paycheck.
Paychecks? There you go. You can count the paychecks until you get there, right? So specific, measurable, is it attainable? Yeah, right. Realistic and then timely. You said how long? About 3 years. Good. 2 years. Good. Dalton.
I ain't gonna read all.
All right, Dalton's about to read us a short story real quick.
My goal is to maybe be able to sit back and money coming to me. After I graduate, I'm working out at Taylor's. Taking care for like maybe a year, so making at least $700. That's like after all taxes. I'm getting you a job there. After that, I want to get my HVAC or business license, HVAC license, and have my own business. After that, I want to buy at least 23 rental cars and retire by the age of 49. Specific, measurable, whatever that A word is.
Alright, so specific, very specific, right? I mean, we know definitely what you want to do here. So how's it measurable? You can look, yeah? Alright, attainable? 23? You said you want to own 23 rental properties?
That's like a
But,
ton.
have you not seen Jeffrey Dad? He has like 50 of his. His dad's. He has like 103.
Alright, realistic, it's got a purpose, right? Because you use the purpose of retiring at about 49, right? And then timeline. 49, yeah. Good. Bobby? Bobby? You want to get all these? Same thing with Noah. Why do you want to get all these?
Right now, maybe I'm
Joseph?
Joseph, hey buddy, welcome back. Read your thing.
We'll come back to you. You got
I want to have a decent job so I can save up for the job.
Do you know what job you want to do? What job? As far as specific, right? So it's like, say what job you want to do. Good. Good, there you go. Yeah, so like if you say you want a job to be financially stable, you say, I want these two jobs, because these are the jobs that I want. And then you kind of have to put your own definition of financially stable, right? Because I was talking to Gabe about it. Everybody's definition of financially stable is different. Is it Gage or Gabe? Sorry. Yeah.
Save money, stop buying.
How much time you want to save? How much is your life?
2 million.
Let's give a ballpark. Give a ballpark off the top of your head. Alright. So specific, you want to save $30,000 and then stop spending money on unnecessary vehicles. Buy minivans?
No.
Oh. Is it measurable? Can you measure how much money you save? Can you measure how many cars you have? So is it attainable? Realistic? You put how much time you want to do that? No, he didn't.
Yeah. The drugs are. No more tattoos.
The past probability of stat with at least a 50. Is it if you get a B in the class, you don't have to take that exam? 80 or above. Yeah. So what'd you put? Here, guys, quiet. Before we get things go. Mm-hmm. So your goal is to be an electrician, go to a tech school for 2 years. So how can you measure that? How can you measure yourself attaining the job of an electrician? What about like the grades, the credits at the school, right? So how many credits do you need to graduate? You can count. You can see how many credits you need, how many credits you've already taken, right? It's good. Gage, is you already go? You want to say it out loud or no? You all right? All right. Nakai? No? You want me to read it out loud? Well, I think I have. Read it. I want to read it out loud.
That's Dalton feels a Christmas tree. So what was it?
Huh? I'm not gonna tell you because she didn't want you to know. But it's a good goal. I like that goal.
I'm gonna go get a shake off.
All right, guys. All right, I hope those goals can actually give you like an idea of what you need to be like looking for when you. Is that all you didn't go? Oh, okay. You want that's all you need? That's all you wrote? No, we're gonna do the back of those sheets. Yeah. Oh, was it 5 minutes?
Yeah.
Oh, I thought it was at 11.
No, it's 10 minutes.
All right, yeah, well, then let's get this. Hey, yeah, take those sheets and keep those until tomorrow.
Okay, guys, listen to me. Y'all
Last is
gotta have your name on it or I don't know who it belongs to. This one I don't know. Here, before we do that. Okay, guys, listen up. On Friday, Miss Locke is gonna come in. Very good job opportunity for seniors who don't have a job. Now, there are many of you who don't have one, or you may not be satisfied where you are now, but it's through the South Carolina Commerce Department and Timken. So, you keep that, I will take that.